Hello everybody. So I don't have anything to carve tonight and don't have anything to paint tonight. So I figured I would jump on here and share a part of the process that I haven't really shared yet, um, which is drawing. I've been working on a couple different sharks for some upcoming carvings. So I'm trying to, right now I'm kind of searching for something to draw. I didn't want to come in here with like something already started and working. I kind of wanted to start from the beginning. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of shark I want to draw. I've already drawn a couple great whites and a couple hammerheads and a bonnet head. Might just do like a tiger shark maybe. They have cool patterns. I think I'm gonna go tiger shark. They have cool patterns on them, and I want to get into that pattern, so I'm just gonna pull something up, pull a couple images up. All right, I'll start drawing. Let's see. I just want a basic picture. They look a lot like great whites, but they just got a pattern, so I'm probably just gonna do that to, I don't like drawing from, that's a great white. Sorry, hold on. There we go, there's something. Just a real basic picture. There we go, got a tiger shark. Alright, can you guys see okay? Hopefully. I generally don't draw on this desk, so this is going to be a little awkward and different for me, but that's okay. I usually just, I draw on my flat desk and I carve on my drafting table, which is, I guess, weird, but alright, so I got a, so I'm working on, this is an iPad Pro, and I've just got my sketchbook app opened up and get, so I'm just gonna do like a light sketch. I like doing fun shapes with these guys, give them like fat bellies. And I saw something that I wanted to kind of get. So that's the shape. I want to make it a little smaller though. I wanted to make it look like he's kind of drooping. So I'm gonna really do this, and then I'm gonna get these to go straight down. And my image looks nothing like this. But that's okay. I'm just really using my reference photo for, you know, patterns and stuff. So, get my basic shape down right pretty good. They've got this thing going back here, and then they've got two of these. It's a whale. It's a shark. It's a tiger shark, to be more specific. All right. Is that a joke I'm not getting? The it's a whale thing. All right. Sharks have this very interesting way of smiling but not smiling, so I'll make him look kind of derpy. Is the glove you're using to draw on an iPad? No, it's just a wrist support. It's the same wrist support that I use when I'm working on anything. Same wrist support that I use when I'm carving. It's the same wrist support that I use when I'm drawing. I occasionally will get wrist pains from using my hands so much. So a couple years ago I decided that anytime I'm doing anything creative, whether with my hands, I'm wearing a wrist support. So it just enlongs my life, my ability to do this. Actually, it's very rare that I like my first initial sketch, but I kind of enjoy that already. I'm gonna pull them forward a little bit so I have more room on the back end. I feel like the tail is kind of forced into a small area. So I'll pull that out a little bit more. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it's... Alright. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I've got my basic sketch. I'm going to kill the opacity on that. I'm just going to start a new layer now so I can draw over on top of this with what I want to do. I'm going to, zoom into the face. Is that an Apple pen? It's the Apple, I think it's called the Apple Pencil, right? But yeah, it's the Apple product, whether it's Apple Pen or Apple Pencil. I always forget what they call it. But I have two of them. I initially bought one when I transitioned over to the iPad for my sketchbook, and then I quickly realized that I need two, so that when I turn one, when one runs out of battery, I can still use one. Noosh, I admire you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Did you go to school for drawing, or did you just learn by yourself? I have a degree in drawing, painting, and printmaking. I went to school for art. But I've always drawn, but I definitely have had some help along the way. Yeah, this is the sketchbook app. If you just go into the App Store and just look for sketchbook, you'll find it. I want the teeth to look funny. I'm gonna make them long. And I think I'm only gonna do the upper teeth. And chances are there's going to be parts of this that I don't like as we get to the end here. But I don't like to spend too much time on certain areas because I don't know if I'm going to like it when I get to the last area, so don't like that line. Okay. Do you like drawing cartoon drawings better than realistic drawings? It's more fun for me. I've practiced. I can do realistic drawings too. But I've definitely I'm better at doing drawings with a little bit more character. I think my fin's too curved backwards, which I like, but not that much. So I'm going to do it like this. Or droopy down, yeah, straight down. Which isn't how the shark fin is. I like to straddle the line between so to say cartoony drawings and realistic drawings. All right, so weirdly, the tiger shark that I'm looking at, it's the underside of its body is white or whiter. It's not completely white, probably, but it doesn't have much belly area. So I'm gonna try to stay true to that as much as possible. It's not gonna be entirely possible. And then it kind of tapers off like that. And you know, it's got a much shorter fin than that. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to go down to like there. And then it really, the slope of it starts to go towards the back. So I'm going to get that shape down. And then this, that secondary, I don't know what it's called, the dorsal fin. It's not pectoral, that's pectoral. That's dorsal. But this little one is a little further back on the body than I originally placed it. So I'm going to put it a little further back on him. And then let's get this up here. I'm really just blocking out my shapes right now. Alright, so this is going to eventually be a carving. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan out I'm going to turn, let's see. I'm not going to turn that off completely because I like this. I like leaving like a history, but I am going to tone it down. So I'm going to put it like there because it kind of looks naked. I'm going to make it go away completely. Go back to my original layer. Okay, so I'm going to plan out my carving marks now. Let's make that a little smaller. Hello, hello. And these are just notes to myself for when I go and do the final carving. So he's got, his top of his fin's pretty dark, and then it kind of, as it gets further down, I'm going to just do it like this. But he's got kind of like a black leading edge to this fin, which I'm sketching out there to see if I like. That's not bad, because he's going to have a lot of pattern on his back. Okay, so now I'm going to start a new layer so I can easily actually I'm going to do two new layers. The first new layer is just I'm going to do like little guidelines to create the cross contours on the shark's body, because I'm going to need them to do the pattern, and I don't want to go much further up than that with the pattern. So I'm going to do that line. No, I don't like that. Do I want to do it like this? Nah. there's a line it's a darkness there on the top, but I'm gonna ignore it because it makes for a better carving to ignore it. So, all right, so I've got those cross contour lines that I'm gonna follow. I want them to be a little bit more like that though. All right, starting to already look like a tiger shark because I'm getting stripes on them. Do I plan on doing more live posts like this? If you guys are enjoying this, do you guys enjoy this this format of me just kind of sitting, sketching, and drawing? If you're enjoying it, definitely. So he's kind of got this diamond pattern on his back. And I've never seen a tiger shark in real life. Has anybody actually seen a tiger shark? I don't know that there's many in captivity, and you can't really, unless you're like a diver. It's probably hard to go and see one. So this, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm just kind of, they seem to be squared off at the top, but I'm gonna just make everyone a diamond. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, I will, you know, I'll plan to do more of these. And I'll keep drawing tonight too. What is there any? I shouldn't do this. This is a bad idea. But any requests? I'm working on a series of sharks, so maybe for tonight let's keep it shark related. You've never seen any shark. I kind of like animals, so I spend a lot of time at aquariums and zoos. So I've seen a handful of sharks. I've seen hammerhead sharks. I've seen like reef tip sharks or reef sharks. I've seen what are they called? Lemon sharks. Y'all see me do a hammerhead shark? I do have two sketched out here already, but I can do another one if you want. Maybe a baby hammerhead shark. I have fun sketching out bonnet heads, which look a lot like hammers. But they just have a little bit of a cuter feel to them since they're smaller. And they're occasionally, oftentimes you'll find them in like stingray pet pools, stingray like touch pools. I've seen a dolphin twice at the aquarium in Florida. Makos are fun. They got big old eyes. What sketchbook app am I using? It's called Sketchbook. Oh, diamonds. And like I said, these are just going to be notes to myself. I'll turn that off. All right. I think my tiger shark, and it looks nothing like the reference photo. Do you guys want to see the reference photo I've been using for this? Unplug this one. So the reference photo I've been using for this is, let's see. right there. And that's the drawing. So they look nothing alike. But it's through my vision. Alright. So he's done. I'm going to save it. And I'll pull up another thing. So I want to do I guess I'll do a bonnet head. Do a little bonnet head shark. I'm trying to make them like a cute little baby, even though they don't look like cute little babies. But I'm gonna make it a young looking bonnet head shark. So I'm gonna do bonnet head shark baby. A tip to make it look like a baby is to give it like big cute eyes and there's a hawk has a little bonnet head shark baby in one of these pictures. Like that's DeviantArt, so that's a painting. I don't want to work from someone else's work. I just want a whole body from underneath, kind of. There we go. That's something that I can work with. Pictures of sharks are hard to find a good one. All right. Because I'm just looking for a pose, and this time I want him to be facing that way, because the last one was facing that way, and I like to swap them up in my series. So, all right. Oh, that's up on my screen there. All right. Hello, hello. All right, so I'm going to do a little bonnet head. That's going to be like that. And this has got to go behind. Too much room there. There we go. That's better. Let's get rid of this. I know it looks like nothing. I'll make it smaller. Zoom out a little bit so I can concentrate a little bit more just on the shape. Let's move this up like that. Too much like the last one. Too big for a baby. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of a cheat here, which is one of the reasons I like having this iPad. I want to make its head bigger than its body, so I'm just gonna do it like that. I gotta do things like that on this thing. So this goes over that, and this one goes over that. And that's just rules of perspective that I'm working with there. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes, I do. Noosh Studios on YouTube. I think it's www. It's whatever. It's Noosh Studios. Just search Noosh Studios. You'll find it. I've got a lot of videos up there. Okay. So I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it. And then I'm going to put its eyes, and I'm going to go like this. And he's going to have like sticky outy eyes. Like a chameleon. And then he's got like, in real life they got mouths like this, but I don't like drawing their mouths like this. Because they look too derpy and sad. So what I do is I kind of pull that out. Nah, I don't like that either. I always have the hardest time getting these shovelhead sharks, bonnet heads, hammerheads, whatever it is, getting their mouth to a position where I like it. Let me get those two things in there. Do I always sketch my ideas first, or do sometimes I go straight to wood? I always start in the sketchbook first. Always. Always. That's too far up. The cool thing about sharks is that they're a lot like stingrays, and you can really see that in bonnethead sharks and hammerhead sharks. And their front fins are really close up to their heads. So I want to keep that. Alright, so he usually goes like that. I want it to go like this. And he's going to look like a baby. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. See, I got it now. This is the hardest part for me sometimes, is getting the expression on the face right. Alright, so we've got patterning. So we've got the underside of the belly there. So his mouth's got to be there. I've got to think now. That's not bad, actually. I try to make every piece unique too. I don't want, you know, to go back and look at all my hammerhead sharks or bonnethead sharks and them to all have the same expression. So there's only so many ways for me to do it, but I don't want them to all be the same. I'm trying not to reference those. Okay. So here's another thing, that symmetrical. I want it to feel symmetrical. So the eye's down lower on that side, which is right. And I had the eye up higher on this side, which is wrong. So I'm just lowering the eye over here. I'm going to pull that in a little though. I like the shape well enough, but I want to flatten it just so it looks better. There we go. Let's see how this feels. Blacken that in real quick. That feels pretty goofy. And then he's got, that's the way it is in real life, but it feels wrong. So I'm gonna do, there we go. That feels better. Okay, so we've got this little bonnet head now. I'm going to transform him to take up as much space on the sketch as possible. Do what I did last time. I'm going to kill the transparency. Now he looks cuddly. What do you think? Should I give him teeth or not? I'm on the fence about teeth. Alright, so let's go up to his face here. Let's get this face going. I think I'm probably going to be coming back here. One thing about working with the iPad and digital is that it's easy to cheat. Baby teeth? Okay. It's easy to cheat, and you want to make sure that you don't do it all the time. This setting right here allows it to like fix my shapes. You see how that like resets the shape if I do this? Actually, if I turn, let me turn it all the way up. If I like make an ugly shape, it'll make my shape perfect. To turn it to a square. I try not to use that setting too much because then it makes your drawings look like a computer. And I want my drawings still to look like me, just without using so much paper, and to make my process a little bit faster. me put this over here. There we go. I'm sure it is useful at times when I'm drawing things that are a little bit less organic, though. Like I was drawing a sword earlier today, and rather than just pulling out a ruler, I could turn that feature on, and it just allows me to draw straight lines. Oh, I was supposed to give him baby teeth. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to lightly erase this. I'm going to put the top of his mouth back on because I really like the shapes that I've got here. I don't want to screw him up. So I'm just going to put like 4. Baby teeth in. Okay. Make my pencil a little bit larger. Alright. And then I'm going to try to get this eye in here. Okay. So I'm gonna give notes to myself here while I'm in this area for when I carve. All right. So that's what we got so far. And wrap that fin around. Give it this nice little shape to it. Okay. Make this a little bit bigger. I'm gonna do so this is underside, but it's white when I go to paint it. but I want to have like a little bit of visual interest, so I like to put little zigzags on the underside of that. That's basically his little neck area. And then down to this tail. I made that area quite fat, so I thinned it up. And then let's make sure we get this shape right. Alright, so unlike the other one, it's kind of got this angle in it. I'm really going to push out. It's kind of got that shape to it. Was it challenging it to get used to drawing on an iPad? So the only thing that's really different for me, it feels, after a while it does feel like it feels like paper. There's a little bit of difference because you're using like a plastic pen on a glass screen, so it's very slick. You don't have that resistance anymore, which it takes some getting used to. But I imagine it was much worse a couple years ago, and today there's no drag. It responds immediately to what you're working on. It didn't take that long. Once I got used to it, I wondered why I resisted so long. Because it really just makes your process faster. You don't have to scan everything in anymore. You can make changes a lot quicker. Not too bad, not too bad. All right. Probably gonna finish this one up and then sign off. Unless you guys want me to do another one. I'll have to check to see how long I've been drawing for. I'll probably, if you guys really want me to do one more sketch, I can do one more sketch. But I'll probably have to sign off and get back on just so it doesn't kick me out in the middle of the next drawing. So I'll turn that off. Turn it back on. Just cut down to like 10%. I like the look of the sketch lines underneath sometimes. All right. So that, I guess I'll turn it this way for you guys. Does that make it easier to check out? Is my little bonnet head shark. There's my little bonnet head. I'm gonna start doing one more. What type of shark? I'll show you what I got in as far as sharks go right now. Let's save this. We'll do one more. So I've got that little bonnet head that I just drew. That tiger shark that I drew before. Got that little fat great white shark. I got that little, I think he's probably a little bonnet head or hammerhead. I forget what I was looking at when I drew him. This great white. That hammerhead. And that great white. A bramble shark? Let me look up bramble shark. Oh, they're kind of fun. They got spots all over them. Bramble. Why does it come up? Huh. Why is Kaiju Combat one of the search terms for Bramble Shark? They got big floppy tails. They're kind of fun. They kind of look like a nurse shark. Sure, I'll do a Bramble Shark. I gotta find a decent picture of one swimming around. They got like bumps all over them. They're goofy. You'll have to they're weirdly like in between like nurse sharks and sturgeons because they got there's a lot of Bramble Shark art. All right, let's see. Let me do Bramble Shark swimming. That might, I said they look a lot like nurse sharks. That might actually be a nurse shark that I'm looking at. All right, I'm going to use this picture even though it's not a very good picture. But it's got a really good shape of them. There are one of only two. The Bramble Shark and the Prickly Shark. What's a Prickly Shark? I'm going to need to Google Prickly Shark. Alright, so what I'm going to do... Oh, they kind of look like a goblin shark. Huh. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to log off here. But I'm going to come back on, and I'm going to draw a Bramble Shark. A Bramble Shark. He's my favorite. I'm going to come on and read and draw a Bramble Shark. So if you want to watch me draw a Bramble Shark in the next little video, sign in when I come back on live. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll be back on in like a minute to do a Bramble Shark. So thanks.